What's going on, everybody? It's Hossy89, and today I'm just going to go over my deck profile. I got second place at a Nintendo Switch tournament in Florence, South Carolina. Shout out to Anime Addict. They really looked out. They do really good prizing. First place gets the console, and then second through 8 gets cash prizes. So you can't really get much better than that. Like I said, I played Kashtira. It was a really good deck, but obviously it's like the most represented deck, so I can't really put a but after that. So we did 5 rounds of Swiss and then top 8. So my first 5 rounds I went X1. The only thing I lost to was Mathmech in the 3rd round. So my first round was Sword Soul, and then it was Nat Runic. Then I lost to Mathmech. Round 4 I played Kashtira, and then round 5 was Nat Runic. And then in the top 8 I played Ignister Mathmech, so it was like a tower type Mathmech, and then a top 4 was Mathmech again. It was a lot of Mathmech, and then I lost in the final to Marin Incest. So yeah, like I said, it was interesting day. A lot of good decks, a lot of good players out there. So we love to see that. We love to play against like real competition. Sometimes you go to locals, you don't really get to see how well you can show off your skill or show off your deck at the same time. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and get right into the video. All right, so we're gonna start off with the main deck. Put these right here. I should put that right there. It's 3 Fenrir, 3 Unicorn, 2 Rise Heart. That's like pretty standard. And then we're doing 1 of the others. Realistically speaking, once Diablosis gets hit, I'm probably gonna take out the Ogre, just because the Ogre's main use is for the Lock 5, and if you're not playing Preparations, I don't really like this card too much. I mean, situationally, you can search out the Big Bang and I guess set it, but you don't really want to do that. Telemans Cash was actually a really good card. Like, it worked really well. Like, that mill 3 is a lot more powerful than you think. Sometimes you need to mill 3 your own cards for the birth to special summon something out, or you just want to deck thin your opponent's deck. Like I said, I play a lot of Mathmech, and once a Rise Heart was out, if I could summon out Telemans Cash and just start banishing their cards, maybe hit a super effect, maybe hit a circular or like a small world target, it works really well. So besides Ogre, like, these actually worked out really well. And for the cash spells, we're doing Pressure, Terraforming, 3 Theosis, 3 Birth, and the Big Bang. It's pretty standard, actually. Big Bang's probably one of the best cards to banish off of Rise Heart. You can go for the banish 3 play with the Diablosis into Rise Heart if you don't want to do just a Rise Heart pass. And like I said, situationally, setting it and just using it as like a evenly match can work really well as well. And then this deck struggles with consistency, so I call this the consistency part of my non-engine. So we did 3 Prosperity, 2 Desires, and 2 Tactics. This bricked once for me, and that was in the finals, but besides that, this card worked so well. Like, even, let's say they ashed me or Veilered me or something, and I still managed to make a board, or a reasonably strong board, I wouldn't draw 2. I would just use this to look into my opponent's hand to take something else out, and a lot of times actually won me the game. We got 3 Ash, 3 Imperm. Ash is pretty standard. Imperm is starting to become standard again. This is such an amazing card. Just being able to choose, going second, being able to choose, like, do I want to hit something now, or do I want to let them make their board, and then going second, I can just hit their board at the start of the standby phase or something. It's really cool. Like, it works really well. And we just play the 3 Book of Moon and 2 Enemy Controller. Enemy Controller is actually so crazy when used correctly. Like I said, I played a lot of Mathmech, and actually in one instance I was playing against this Mathmech player, and he had Super Factorial, and he went into Appaloosa, and in my hand I had Fenrir, Birth, and Enemy Controller. So I summoned out the Fenrir, he activates Super Factorial, and I chained Enemy Controller to take his Appaloosa. And so once he summoned out his Trishula, the Mathmech that snipes from the hand and field or whatever, I actually just negated it. And then even though they had Diameter for the Omni Negate, I negated it again with Appaloosa. Went into Birth, took the Fenrir, summoned the Fenrir back out, and it was this full combo from there. Yeah, so that's the main deck. That's 40 cards. We'll go extra deck. We got 3 Rise Heart, 2 Shangri-Ira, and Diablosis. like I said, like these are like the main things you go into all day. Besides the mirror match, I pretty much went into Shangri-La every game. I went into Rise Hard every game. Diablosis. I didn't go into him every game, but a lot of game ones you go into him, and then game 2 and game 3. Well, realistically, you win game 2, you win game 1. Game 2, you have to break boards. Game 3, if they're playing nib, you got to watch out for that. So, but this is gonna get hit, so try not to use it too much. Dark Arm, 1 Zeus, Big Eye, Red Eyes, and Draco Sack. I only played the 1 Zeus because I wasn't anticipating playing a lot of cash, and even then, I don't know. If I'm going into Zeus, I'm probably in a losing position anyway. And a lot of times they're not going to look to snipe the Zeus. They're going to look to snipe the Big Eye because Big Eye puts in so much work in the mirror match. So at least that was my thought process behind it. The 1 Baron, he came up a couple times. One time I made him, it didn't really work out, but the other times I did, it was kind of like just help me push for game, because like you can go into Baron, and then if you have Birth in your hand, you can just go full combo. Donner, Fossil, and Goliath. These were mainly my these 2 are mainly my just prosperity targets, and then Donner's for, you know, any Ibly plays or just trying to get a clear field. And then for the side deck, we got 3 Shifter, 3 Dark Ruler, 2 Cosmic, and the Duster for the spells. Shifter's pretty standard. Dark Rulers, because Sprite is becoming one of the most represented decks right now. I mean, it always has been, but I think now more than ever, people are starting to look towards it because it's just so splashable and it's so adaptable, right? And then I got 3 Evenly for breaking boards and 3 Barriers. D-Barrier is really cool. I go back and forth taking this out of the side a lot. I played it this time and it did okay, but I think in the future, this is going to become Solemn Judgment. I think a Solemn Judgment might be a little bit better. Or maybe like a Ibly. No, probably Judgments though. But yeah, that was the deck. It worked really well. Shout out to, you know, Final Quest. Shout out to Anime Addict. Shout out to my, you know, my people, Corbin, Sammy, Drake, Sam, Brett. You know, they were like helping me play test a lot. So yeah, thank you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe.